All right, tonight we're going to have a speech by Stacy Whitener on the effects of economic crisis and charitable organizations. This is for your viewing pleasure.
Hi, I would like to talk to you today about the effects of the economic crisis on our charitable organizations. Charitable organizations have served many people throughout the community in the United States and abroad. They have been depended on by people from all walks of life. At some time or another, probably each and every one of us has been in need of or known someone in need of these services. Whether it was an electric bill that needed to be paid, a hungry child, or maybe even the loss of a home due to a fire, maybe a loss of a job, but the list can go on and on and on. Okay. Today, so many of our charitable organizations are in jeopardy of having to turn people away, and some are even closing their doors due to the economic crisis. In a USA Today report, an article concerning the effect of the economic crisis on charitable giving stated it is a very, very hard time to be a charity. Government and private contributions to charitable organizations are decreasing while the demand for their services is much on the rise. Some of the organizations being affected we are very familiar with. Reported by USA Today, the Red Cross is suffering as much as a 30% drop in responses and contributions from new donors. The Lehman Foundation, that helps fund Doctors Without Borders, it's an organization that assists people in disasters such as the Asian tsunami, has filed for bankruptcy. Meals on Wheels, an organization that delivers hot meals to the elderly, has reported drops in corporate and individual donations. Even the Salvation Army and the YMCA has taken a hit during these hard times. Some of the statistics for giving is in 2008, by the largest percentage in 50 years, at the same time, was a major drop. At the same time, religious organizations continued to rise. Religious organizations accounted for 34.6% of charitable contributions. Education reported 41.3%. Foundations was 11.3%. Human service organizations reported 9.1%. Public benefit organizations reported 8.3%. Health reported 7.8%. International affairs was 5.4%. Artist culture was 2.3%. And grants was only 1.4%. All totaled about $290 million. Some of the solutions for this economic crisis affecting our charitable organizations would be to reorganize the charitable organization by merging with other organizations that provide some of the same services. This would increase their resources and it would decrease their financial burdens. Individual donors can also check with their employers about a matching gift program. Charitable organizations can send out emails instead of cards for previous pledges to cut costs and also to remind donors of their pledges. The North Carolina Network of Grantmaker reported the Chicago Community Trust, along with the United Way of the Metropolitan Chicago, recently committed to funding a partnership of 9 large human service agencies that will consolidate back office operations. So consolidation is really a wonderful idea, especially in this time, in this crisis. There are some actions that we can take as individuals, especially in our own communities. Churches can join together in fundraisers. This will also be a wonderful opportunity to get our youth involved in serving in the community. I'd like to read a scripture to you. It is from Genesis 12:2. Abram, this was before God changed his name to Abraham, was told by the Lord, "And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and I will make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And if you read through the scriptures, you will find out that God blesses us to be a blessing. We are to pass the blessing on. And the more He blesses us, the more we should bless others. Another scripture that I would like to read to you real quick is that God said, and this is actually Jesus' words out of Luke 6:38, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down and shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that ye meet withal, it shall be measured unto you again." So also in our giving, most of us like to give out of our abundance, but we can also give out of our lack. When you give out of your lack, the more that you give and the more of a sacrifice that you are making for the well-being of your fellow man, the more God will bless you. Thank you very much.